In today's podcast, we have somebody who is leading marketing for a company which built before even e-commerce was there. The company which is based on physical stores, on personal trust and guiding their customers. But now B2B customer journey are more complex and things has to move to the digital experience. How they are doing it now. That is what we are going to learn today. Our guest today is Mr. Edgar Aker, Chief Marketing Officer of Koninklijke Oosterberg. Welcome, Edgar.
Thank you, and happy to be here.
Hey, Edgar, before we will go in detail of marketing, and I know you are a guru of that topic, I would like to know a little bit you as in person. Who are you outside your work?
Yeah, outside my work. Well, that actually sums up very nicely with one word because I'm a true family man. Like to go out with the kids who are already growing up very quickly. 18 and 20, and going on vacation with the camper and having fun and enjoying life. So that's what I do, and also in personal life, I like to exercise a bit, padel. Play a bit more padel.
That's quite popular.
and bicycling. So trying to have fun and also be fit a bit.
Oh, nice! You look fit, so you're doing a good job. Yeah. And if you would be not working in a marketing area, what would be your other job look like?
Yeah, so I've been raised and educated as an engineer, so probably something in electrical engineering, not so much in marketing, but I think also somewhere there's a teacher, school teacher, something that would probably be a bit in the area where I would find it. That's a little bit my personality. So yeah, probably in that corner.
Nice. So being a school teacher is really changing the future. That's really nice.
Yeah. My father was a school teacher, so at elementary school. So it's not far away from where.
Nice. And because now you are engineer, you are active in a marketing, digital. One more question, bit more close to you or related to you, I would say, is like, what is the most unusual thing you ever bought online that you say, that's a bit...
Oh, that's a difficult question. I'm a bit old-fashioned. No, I'm 50 plus, so I'm a bit old-fashioned. So I think I do a lot of scoping online. So we bought a camper van, and I think I scoped that online, but I bought it in a garage. I think it would be somewhere electronics. So the school laptops from the kids. I think we purchased that without even checking anything and just pressed buy.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest one. And a lot of clothes, but that's what you have two girls at 18 and 20. So a lot of clothes are coming from internet. So,
right. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Now let's get into the more business side of this podcast. For viewers who don't know yet Oosterberg, how would you describe it?
Yeah, so Koninklijke Oosterberg is, as you said in the introduction, a company who's almost 130 years old, more than 130 years old. Family-owned business, Dutch, and we are in electrical wholesaling. So electrical products we sell to electricians, to industrial security type of companies. So anything with anything that's electrical is pretty much in our scope. But we're also expanding our business because more and more heat pumps are coming up, which is also electrical, and so on. So we are expanding our scope, but our prime target group, our customer group, is technical people who start installing our products. So we're a typical wholesaler because we stand on the shoulders of our suppliers who supply the products and distribute it throughout the whole of the Netherlands. So that's what the company is.
And how do you differentiate from your competitor?
Yeah, so we have. I think we have a very strong culture. So the company Oosterberg is still family owned. We have our fourth generation in the company. Flip Oosterberg is the owner and also very actively involved in the company. And he's very precise on keeping our culture and making it not too much about bureaucracy, but making sure that we always keep the customer in focus. So we are acknowledged to be the most friendly, vriendelijkste groothandel, the most friendly wholesaler in the Netherlands.
Right.
And that's really high up our level in our culture map. So I think that's what differentiates us. Plenty of that, and not to keep also the customer contact at a friendly and personal level. And that's also a challenge for me as a marketing director, to keep it personal in this whole digitalizing world.
Right.
So that's where we are.
It's connecting to my next question, because I think this whole having a friendly relation with the customer, helping them, guiding them. A lot come from the physical stores. How online and physical stores are complement to each other in a customer journey of Oosterberg?
Yeah, so more and more. So we do see that that our business is a bit conservative in this. It's changing rapidly. It's changing rapidly at the moment. So what you do see is that people tend to just pick up the phone and call and say, well, I'd like to order this and this. Pick it up in our stores, in our 21 branches that we have, offices around the Netherlands. We deliver it at the customer itself with our own chauffeurs. So that's the personal connection. So there's a lot of personal contact points.
Yeah.
Although we more and more see that people are investigating, but also ordering online where there's less personal contact. And even when you do system to system, though, there's no personal contact because you communicate via your system. So that's to be honest, the biggest challenge that we have at the moment, to be able to bring the Oosterberg feeling towards the customer with the online presence.
Okay. And what are we doing in that area? Just I'm curious now, because as you say, it's a challenge. What are the plan around to cope up with this challenge?
Yeah. Well, a lot. This is also why we're working with Neortus, obviously, to investigate that a little bit further. So as I said, we are pretty much on the personal level. So we always try to bring people to our own personal contact and make sure that we have contact with our account managers, with our all our people that we have around the Netherlands. But at the same time, you see the customer journey. As a marketer, I need to talk about the customer journey. We need to look at the customer journey, and the customer journey is changing rapidly. So people are investigating differently online. We want to make sure that they investigate on the oosterberg.nl website. And then from there, convert them to finding the right product at the right time and providing also the advice that people would like to have. Because typically they don't want to buy one product, they want to buy a total fully functioning system that they need to install.
Right.
And sometimes customers even have more knowledge about what products to put together than we do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's also changing more and more. So that's the dilemma that we're ignoring.
Yeah, that was also, of course, I'm not from the industry and not that expertise that you carry. And I was thinking, in this industry, products are very complex. They require a lot of guidance, and maybe few customers are more expert than the other. Converting all that into the digital experience is a challenging, I guess. So how does it work? Do you see a good examples in the industry that they are doing better, or maybe in Oosterberg you are already doing that? Can you?
So when it is a little bit more extensive answer to that question, because there are different layers to it.
Okay.
So what you do see is that we have a web shop which is pretty much an ordering system. Used to be an ordering system. So people would know what kind of product they search, and they buy other products towards which are connected to it, related products, we call them.
Yeah.
And that's also what they always buy the same type of product. So there's a lot of retention and loyalty to that brand and that product, and also to us. What you do see now changing, and I think our competitors are different now. They change from the other side. They assume that a customer has no technical experience. They have no idea.
Right.
And just want to have a room like this being light up with light, want to have lighting.
Very
so
nice.
there's different questions being asked then, I need to have this panel for this room. So our customers typically start from, I know what kind of panel I need, and I need a switch, and I need all that sort of stuff. And now we see more and more of a competitor starting, okay, you need to light up the room, and what kind of products do you need to it? Which is a different starting point from the customer journey. At the same time, you will always end up at the same place.
Right.
So this is also the transition that we are making as a company.
Right.
Although we still know that our customers would like to start from the product side of things.
Okay, yeah. And are the competitors you are talking about, are those pure players, or those are the other traditional wholesalers who are moving fast in that direction?
Yeah.
What sort of?
Well, we see different people, and I think the fun story is, I'm not sure if it's really true, but it's a good urban myth.
Yeah.
Because we do see that installers, daddy has an installer company, and the son knows something about the internet. They said, well, give me a laptop and I will resell your products that you're buying in your, and I will resell that online.
Right.
A lot of these companies started like this. So special light companies and so on and so on. some of them really grew bigger and bigger.
Right.
So they are pure online players, and they need to build up. They will hit a ceiling at one moment because they need to drop ship, they need to bring it to the customer, and they will request other stuff.
Right.
We are from the other side, so we have a lot of bricks.
Yeah.
Because we have branches, we have offices, and so on, and we have cars driving, and we need to move a little bit more to the clicks.
Yeah.
And we do see competitors who are now in the clicks, who are pretty much a pure online player, who will move a little bit more into the physical world.
Yeah.
And also have the issues that we have with our distribution and with our warehousing.
Right.
So it's moving more and more together. So yes, but we do have different competitors than we had previously had, than 10, 15 years ago.
So what you are saying is actually omni-channel experience is gonna win neither the pure offline nor pure online, rather than you need something in between or more omni-channel
That's my true belief. That's my true belief.
Okay. So you mentioned about two sort of customer behavior. One is like one who is starting from the product. In your case, in Oosterberg journey. Other one is the one who don't know and they are starting the journey. In the end, both are landing up. But in general, in those installers, those technician, what do you see the biggest shift in their behavior in a last few years?
Yeah.
Is there some pattern over there?
Well, it's the general thing. So older, I can say older because it's more or less my generation. We tend to call people up, and the younger generation they text more. So we have introduced last year. We introduced our WhatsApp service.
Okay.
Throughout all our branches, so people can just text our people and our offices, and it will always be picked up, and that's happening more and more. So from a customer journey perspective, that's changing, but that's more meta trends that are changing because of the shift of the generations. What we also see is another mega trend is we see less and less skilled labor.
Okay.
So we see a lot of people who just assume that all the knowledge that's in their head, what kind of products do I need to connect together, what's working together,
right?
They expect that from a wholesaler like us to bring that to the table.
Okay.
So even pre-connectorized, prefabricated products with a connector on it.
Yeah.
So just plug and play. Real plug and play. Yeah. That's what we see more and more. And that's also requesting different information from us to our customers.
Right.
So our customers, and that's a little bit the change that I see, is that our customers are moving away from a B2B technology technicians type of people to more behavior of B2C customer who say, well, give me the solution. Right. And that's why I think that's so interesting for us, for also for Oosterberg to step, really full with two legs into this journey that we're moving on.
So interesting you are saying this, because marketing has a keen eye on the customer journey, customer experience. But when you understand that, how do you align your IT, commercial, and rest of the marketing team for this change? Is it easy? It's difficult, or how? What is your experience?
Well, I wouldn't say it's easy.
Okay.
No, definitely not. I think this is the biggest hurdle and the biggest problem that we have at the moment, to be able to change that, to connect these three items as you mentioned. I think there's one shift happening, because IT used to be in the lead, at least in our company. For anything to change, we needed to bring IT on board and let them build the application or the change or whatever. So that's changing. We have our own IT department, so that's pretty neat and pretty quick that we can change. So that's working very nicely. But I see more and more that the business is going to drive. I'm not sure how quickly that will go with all the AI developments going on at the moment, but the business is taking over, and also more and more marketing and sales are getting in the lead of what the customers need. On that front. So yes, it's a big change, and at the same time, well, in any change management, also to take up our own organization, our own people, to make sure that the technology is there to help serve their customers instead of as a threat to their work. Right. Because it's not a threat; it's a help for them to serve our customers much better. Because the people that we have in Oosterberg, have that deep knowledge that still is needed to connect which products do I need to connect to which products and what kind of solutions do I have to the problem that the installer has.
Yeah.
So we need to keep these people there.
Right.
And that's, I think, but that's in any significant change that you need to make. The change of people is also the biggest focus.
Right.
Always.
Right. And you are saying rightly that now customers are expecting solution. They are showing more and more B2C behavior, but they are also, in at least in a B2B context, also do not want to have only transactional relation. They want to have a partnership with you. It means somehow in the digital channel, but also in a customer relation, journey has to go further. We have to bring these digital portals more than just in a buying for the buying purpose.
For sure.
So what are you, as Oosterberg, are you doing more than, let's say, some other journeys covering in the portal? What are you doing in that area?
100%. So happy that you bring that up, because this is really for us and my true belief. So it's not only a portal where people just buy and saying, well, a good buy. They will. I truly believe there needs to be a relationship. I also believe there needs to be trust in the brand. There needs to be trust in Oosterberg as a reliable, friendly customer service organization. And that's why I'm also very proud that we, again, for the third year consecutive, we have been branded the most customer-friendly wholesaler, technical wholesaler in the Netherlands. Because that comes first for me. Because you need to have the trust, you need to have the relationship with the customer, and it's indeed a partnership between the two. And then sometimes we need to leave something on the table, sometimes the customer needs to leave something on the table to be able to get to the best solutions for the end customer, because we are in B2B. So there's always a customer behind the customer which need to be satisfied.
Right.
And price is one of them, but it's not the only one. It's also just-in-time delivery. And it has all the components learning, because the legislation is changing all the time. People can actually contact Oosterberg to be on top of the most generic changes that we see in legislation and stuff like that. So I won't embrace everything that we do, but no, that's what we definitely do.
Right.
Great question.
Yeah.
Great.
And I want to go a bit deeper in that. So can you point out a particular feature on your digital experience that shows that is not really meant for facilitating the buying, but rather than helping the customer?
Yeah. So the biggest feature that's being used in our current web shop has nothing to do with buying. It has to do with the after sales. So we have an excellent interface with our customer who just logs into our in the web environment, and then he can see all the orders that he has placed. He can see what the status is, because sometimes there's a little bit of delay. He can say if there's a return something, so he can click on it, and so there's a lot of history. He can have notifications about his ordering. He can have about his backlogs, which is being used a lot.
Yeah.
So it's more about the after sales and knowing where the products are. So what is the status of something? That's what our main customers are. The majority of our customers are really valuing on us, and that's all internal build. So it's fully integrated. Everything that we do in our warehouse is instantly also being presented to our customer.
Right.
And that's being high valued at our customer.
Okay. Oh, nice. Again, taking side step, like you said, hey, pure player are approaching this whole thing differently. They are assuming customer don't know much, so let me help them, guide them. What is the one feature from the pure player or your computer you will say, hey, I'm going to pick it and going to bring it?
Well, the simplest thing, and that's why it's nice that I'm in the business that I am, because I have examples that everybody can relate to.
Yeah.
So if you just do a refurbishing of your house and you need different switches, then the conversation of at least how it goes in my house is saying, well, I would like to have this brand because it's good and we can have an interface with the domotica and I can change it with my app and all that stuff. That's my approach.
Right.
My wife says, I want to have black. I love the color black.
Right.
So our side is fixed for me because I can choose all the stuff. Okay, I want to have a clickable, I want to have a app ready type of wall socket. And then the question about the color comes last. What I see the pure players doing is completely the opposite. So they start with the color.
Yeah.
They make all the selections. What do you need? And they add on that. It's more the Coolblue experience, to be honest.
Right.
And then they come, okay, what kind of brand would you like to have? And they have a selection of the brands. So that's what I want to copy paste quickly.
Yeah.
Because I think
nice.
the other one is also very much needed, not for all the customers, but for the majority of the customers. That could be a good feature.
Right. And is it a first, this thinking in your industry, or there are...
No, so we haven't thought of, it's not our brilliant idea. We are looking at other, but it comes from the pure player area.
Okay.
And it's very much B2C focused. This is the way B2C customers or platforms approach their customer journey.
Right.
Which is super appealing for me as a B2B marketer.
Yeah. Hey, what also triggered me in our conversation that you said, in general, in this technician or in this labor market, knowledge is little bit depleting, let's call it like that. And people expect more from wholesaler. First of all, I want to understand why is it happening? Do you have any opinion? What is happening? Because education system is changing,
it has nothing to do with education. I think it has to do with the amount of work that's thrown at our customers.
Right.
If you look, our homes are becoming more and more complex. Adding a heat pump, adding batteries, for example, which will come. But there's so much technology and so much more wires and connectivity in our homes at the moment. So that's complex. And every supplier has its own system. So to be able to be on par on that is super complex. And on top of that, it's so much work to do. So it's more about production, making sure that you do production. So you also see that our customers are splitting up the work. So our installer will not even make any trenches anymore themselves because they have another company who is specialized in that.
Right.
Or they will not put a solar panel on your roof because they hire another company. So there's also specialization on that front.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's more the nature of where we are. As a company and as a total industry, and that's also why I see more and more prefabrication. So prefabrication, semi-prefabricated houses will come more and more, and which is a trend that we are also definitely looking at. Yeah, because we need to scale up in the Netherlands. We need to scale up our housing until 100,000 homes at least per year, and with the current labor force that we have, we will not be able to make it. That will be the bottleneck. Right. And everybody knows it. Huh?
Knows. Okay, interesting. And so in this bigger picture, what is the customer expectation that will be there after 5 years, which is not as of today? Like prefabrication, you are saying it's already. Do you foresee any sort of new behavior that may become in 5 years from now?
Well, that is a difficult question because, at times it's moving so quickly. So 5 years feels very, very far away.
Right.
I think for me, I would be super happy if I think it will be more about micro personalization. So everybody has his own customer journey.
Right.
At least for us. Yeah. It's keeping up the pace on that one, and there will be. So I think that will be. I'm not sure if there's going to be a killer application. So that's for me a difficult question. I think it will be a lot of small things together, which we already know, instead of one, big silver bullet that will solve everything.
No, but you are saying it rightly. If you see the big players, big pure players like Amazon, they are saying in the end we are not trying to make a one portal. We are trying to make such a micro experience, micro personalization that it's 1 billion portals.
Yeah.
And that is the direction actually digital experience is moving, industry is moving.
Yes.
And I think, and that's connecting to the next question.
Which is, by the way, also a bit, if I can interrupt, it is a bit scary for us because at the moment our platform is not fit for that. So this is also why we have conversations a lot on that. So how can we change that to be able to fit into that need that is to come somewhere in the future?
Right. Yeah. No, I understand what you are saying, and I'm thinking like, what could be the building blocks to get where you would like to be? Is it more moving as a platform, more in a composable direction, or it's altogether replatforming? What sort of approaches do you think are on the table?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. That's to be determined also, because I'm just a simple marketeer. So I will just sit on my seat and make sure that I see the request, and I know what I need to be able to provide that to my sales organization and therefore to my customers. At the end, it also comes down to the IT department that we have to make a conscious decision on it. And we don't want to throw away a legacy. We're still a family-owned, 130 plus years company. So I don't want to throw away my legacy.
Right.
At the same time, I know that we need to move to the next step. So the journey is going to be super interesting.
Right.
And if it's going to be composable, I don't believe it's going to be a complete new platform that we build and then introduce. I think it will be gradual, because that's fitting more to my customers.
Right.
They also in the change, gradual change, instead of one big bang to change everything different. But that I don't know.
Okay, no, fair enough. And I think that is the journey you are in. Yeah. But we are talking about so many changes. And one of the changes that we all are experiencing is change of AI. How is it affecting your world, your industry?
Yeah, a lot on a daily basis. So I see AI being used a lot in our company for just regular, simple tasks.
Okay.
Being automated and more as help.
Yeah.
So I do see a lot of implications and impact of it.
Yeah.
Definitely on my marketing department. So a lot of things are happening there.
Yeah.
And we do use it.
Yeah.
Obviously. So yeah, it will be impacted.
Right. And then you say that AI is adopting in your organization. Is it more on a strategic level or more on operational level?
At the moment, it's operational level.
Okay.
We do. So I think that's also the way to start. By the way.
Right.
So I think we need to start small and start using it. Make sure that we put a little boundaries around it. So the main concern as a bigger company is that we don't get our sensitive information outside in the outside world.
Right.
Obviously, but we're not the only one who's concerned about that. So I think we need to put some guardrails on that. But at the same time, also let the creativity and the change being happening from bottom up to be able to work that. I think, and I hope, and I believe that it will not be so much a strategic direction giver, because we determine our own strategic direction. So I think it will be always a new tool to be able to become more efficient, more productivity, and more customer focused on that area. And yeah, it remains to be seen now. It's going so quickly. It's unbelievable.
Right. And so, how long are you in this journey as a company? Like, you already experimented with AI for a year or longer, or how?
No, so we had our first training a year and a half ago with the full management team and Flip Oosterberg, our owner. Yeah, who was also interested in that. Yeah. But that's why I can say it's so quickly, because now a year and a half down the road, and if you can see what we can do with it now instead of a year and a half ago, it's just amazing. So we are adapting. We're trying to implement it. As I said, we need to put some guardrails on it because things are flowing outside of a company.
Have you identified any particular use case that you say now it's proven and it has to come on an enterprise scale?
Well, a couple of interesting things are happening. And I will take something out of my own organization, out of marketing. Yeah. So what we do see is that we are using more and more in different places. We are using AI to help, for example, to send an invoice being sent to us, and then automatically put that into our system, into our SAP or ERP system. Yeah. So these things are happening in different areas, in different departments, finance departments, and that's working very nicely. It's changing, and it's really rapidly changing our company and the way we're becoming efficient and higher quality, because less mistakes are being happening.
Right. So in this whole conversation, we are doing it for last 20 minutes. What I listen, on one hand, customer behavior is changing. Mm-hmm. On other hand, AI, sort of new tech is coming. Yeah. Pure players are coming. What is your advice, or what do you think the traditional wholesalers should grow into to cope up with these new dynamics?
Yeah. So I think For me, I'm by nature a curious person, so I always look at the different changes and all our competitors, new competitors who are stepping and who are becoming very successful in some areas. I always look at that. Okay, how can we adapt that? And I think that will be, at least for a company like Oosterberg, that will be the trick to implement that very quickly into our new operation. Luckily, we have the culture and the mindset within our company to be able to do that. So we are agile enough. We are always customer focused. Sometimes a little bit more too customer focused. I'm not sure if you can be more too customer focused, but sometimes you just need to sit back and say, okay, this is so fundamental. We need to also change the way we are doing and have been operating in the last 30, 40 years.
Right.
This is one of the moments that's happening that's happening. So you need to fundamentally look at a couple of things. Well, in the e-commerce platform environment, we need to look at that. But to be honest, and look with some trust towards the future, and don't be too threatened about these new competitors, because that's the new field, and try to adapt the things they're doing right, and put it into our own Oosterberg feel, because that's the way to do it.
Oh, very insightful. The next section of this podcast is going to be quick fire round. So you will not get much time to think about.
Okay.
You just have to, let's see. Yeah. What is the most overrated marketing metric?
Marketing metric.
Yeah.
I think it's click-through ratio.
Okay.
So I think, click-throughs.
Click-through ratio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything.
Right. I get it. Yeah. Book or podcast?
Podcast.
Platform or people?
Always people.
One buzzword which you would like to retire? Or you say, no, this is hype and you don't count that. One buzzword.
Cool. I think, 6-7, but it's always done, I think.
Wow. I will not call you. You always say, I'm a bit old. But if you know 6-7, I think you know you are quite well connected to the new generation.
Well,
because it took me a while to learn what a 6-7 is. Yeah. So let me say 6-7. Yeah. Okay. And any brand experience that inspire you, digital experience that inspire you?
Digital experience that inspired me.
Any brand that you say, this looks great.
Well, I must say, I'm not sure about the digital experience, but what I really like is the new marketing campaign and the approach they're taking from HEMA.
Okay.
Because it's very personal and it's also connected to products. So that's what I'm looking at a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not copying, but I think it's the way they're doing it it's super interesting.
Oh,
so
nice.
That's in some way inspiring me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, curious. Nice. Now I'm heading toward closing. Very insightful discussion. You really give me a lot of insights about your industry, which, to be very honest, I was not aware of. So good to know. Also, your view on AI and digital experience, that is also great. But for our viewers, if they will want to remember only one thing out of this podcast, what is going to be that thing that you will recommend? Like, okay, this is the one idea is really...
Well, yes, we talked about it a lot, but for me, it always comes to customer first. So listen what the customer has to say, understand that their needs are changing, and adapt to it. And today, use these fantastic digital tools that you have available. So listen to your customer. That will be my, I think, the main thing that you need to understand of my story that I've been trying to tell. And this is the core of Koninklijke Oosterberg. This is what we have been doing from the beginning in the 4 generations that we have. And that was what we will always put that first, whatever technology we throw at them. But it will always be a support to them.
Oh, nice. Really inspiring, really nice. It also connects to us, to Neortus, because we also have a 2 mantra. We say customer success is our success and our people are our power.
Yeah.
So you talked about people, you talked about customer. I think those are the fundamentals. Thank you, Edgar, for such an insightful session and for your energy. And to be very honest, I think this is the last podcast you say you are getting old, because if you know the 6-7, you are very well connected. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.